Okay, so I mentioned to you last time that on a quantum computer, we really only have access experimentally to a computational basis measurement. This symbol means, in a circuit, you now know formally, it's a measurement, it's a projective measurement, where the measurement outcome operators are 0, 0, and 1, 1. Okay. So this is measuring a single qubit, usually, and in this case, the measurement is defined by these measurement operators. But we know that there's many more valid quantum measurements that we could do. For example, I could do, as I just showed in this example, I might want to measure into the plus-minus basis. So this one will be already defined, and we will continue to call a computational basis measurement. This one you can call a plus-minus basis measurement. And for reasons that we'll see shortly, these two states, plus and minus, are actually eigenvectors of the Pauli X operator. So you could call this an X basis measurement as well, whereas this one would be a Z basis measurement. 0 and 1 are perhaps slightly more obviously the eigenvectors of the Pauli Z matrix. Yes?
So does that gate determine where the bits are, or does it change the state of the bits?
Great question. So these measurement operators determine, in a sense, what the probability of the measurements are through this relationship. So think about, we've done something in our quantum computer to prepare a state psi up until this point, and now we want to measure it. So the measurement outcomes are given by the third postulate, where the MM are these operators. And then the state will change after the measurement, depending on what outcome we get. So if I measure 0, I would project onto the 0 state, using the MM being this outer product. Whereas if I measured 1, then I would project onto the 1 state and get something equal to the 1 state up to global phase. And the same thing will be true for any measurement outcome. But are we able to do this on a quantum computer? Experimentally, the only thing very often that we're able to do is this. So how might we hope to do this? This appears somewhere in chapter 1 of Nielsen and Chuang, and I forgot to write the section number down, but I will explain to you how it works now. The idea is that any measurement will be equal up to any other measurement in the sense of it's equal up to allowing ourselves to apply unitary operations, okay? And I want to, before the measurement, and I want to show you how that works. So let's consider the same setup. I'm not going to change the measurement itself at all, but I'm going to add 1 gate before the measurement. I'm going to add a Hadamard gate. So this symbol is still this computational basis measurement. And I'm going to claim, I want to think about this as the state psi prime, which is equal to h times the state psi. I'm going to claim that this implements the X basis measurement that we want to do. So let's see how that works. In this case, the probability of measurement outcome M is going to be equal to what? We just still use the third postulate. So it's going to be the state psi prime now, MM dagger, MM psi prime. And now I'm just going to substitute in what I defined as psi prime. That was just psi with a Hadamard gate acting on it. So this is going to be psi Hadamard dagger. And Hadamard itself is a Hermitian gate, so we could include the dagger or we couldn't. MM dagger, MM, and on the right will be Hadamard acting on the state psi. So now all it is a matter of grouping, more or less. So here I thought about grouping the gate acting on the state so we could get some traction to see what's going on. But I could equally as well think about grouping the gate with the measurements. And that's what's actually going to change it for us. So let's consider an example of that. Let's suppose that we're asking ourselves, what is the probability of getting outcome 0 corresponding to the projector onto the 0 state. Well, in this case, I will have from this equation psi Hadamard, projector onto the 0 state, Hadamard psi. Does everyone agree? I substituted mm dagger times mm as the projector onto the 0 state. And that's a projector, so I know it squares to itself. I don't need to write it twice. So I just wrote 1, 0, outer product 0. And the rest hasn't changed. I still have the psi. Hadamard is with a dagger or without, it's Hermitian. And the same thing for this Hadamard here. Does everyone agree? Now, who could tell me what Hadamard acting on the ket 0 state is? Exactly right. This is the plus state. So I have psi times the plus state. And then it's going to be the same thing in reverse. Remember here I want to put in a dagger, which I can do. It's Hermitian. Plus, and then the state psi. So look what we have in parentheses here. This is exactly the measurement operator, the projective measurement operator, that I wanted in this measurement. Okay? So you should be able to show, using the same reasoning, that the probability of getting outcome 1 in the state is psi projector minus state psi. So in this way, if we allow ourselves unitary transformations, we're able to construct any measurement that we want to on a quantum computer using only computational basis measurements. It's a very important fact for us and for experimentalists because they don't want to be able to have to implement all these different measurements. Just do one, which is almost always the z basis, or we define whatever basis we're measuring in as a z basis, and then we can transform to other measurement bases using this technique. So I'll have to remember what it is in the textbook, but it's chapter 1 point something. Thank you. So this we've determined. We'll fix this in post for the video. So this is chapter 1.3.3, and this is why measurements in any basis are possible just by virtue of measurements in the computational basis and unitary transformations.